Yo, what is going on, guys? This is getting gnarly, and today I'm bringing a video with my beautiful wife talking a little bit about being in a long-distance relationship kind of right now, and you know how I'm away in the military and stuff like that. So before we get started on anything, I want to give a quick shout out to my friend Michael Yu. He was here like a week ago. He just graduated for Knowledge Ops, and we never had the opportunity to make a video together, so I took this picture of him, told him that I would put it in, so there's that. But it's hard, you know, being away from your significant other, and you know, it's, aside from the military and stuff, it just is kind of difficult. You know, the military, you know, being occupied most of the day doesn't really help. But we're just gonna talk a little bit about that. So, babe, how do you, on a regular basis, like deal with, you know, being away from me and how I smell, and you know, stuff like that?
Well, being away from your smell isn't necessarily hard.
Okay.
I don't know, I text you a lot and Snapchat you. I just feel like always feeling like I get to tell you things throughout the day. That helps, even if you can't answer.
Yeah, that's true.
I just always tell you things.
That's true.
And then when you get back, you always just have like 40 messages and 40 Snapchats.
That's true. I actually do. So like, we're not allowed to have our phone with us, you know, while we're in class, and we wake up super early in the morning. So like, I'll wake up at like, if it's a regular day that's not PT, or even if it is PT, at like around 5:30, 5:40 every day. Like, I'll call her, like, hey, I love you, like, I'm gonna go to class and stuff like that, and then I'll hang up, and you know, she goes back to bed and stuff, and
That helps too.
yeah, and then I'll go to class all day for like literally 9-10 hours, and then I'll come back and my phone is literally just blown up, which is actually pretty cool because
You feel part of, like you were part of my day in a way.
yeah, because like you're away from that person, you know. I mean, I guess away, you know, in the long-term sense, away from your phone. So it kind of gives you a glimpse of what their day was like, instead of, you know, texting all day long like you normally would. It just kind of compiles everything. So, and what else do you do? Or do we do? What else do we do?
We FaceTime a lot. We talk like every chance we can get.
That's true.
Because it's usually not a lot. So every break I call you, which I think it makes my coworkers a little annoyed.
Whatever.
And we talk a lot. We have a lot of FaceTime dates.
That's true.
FaceTime dates are a thing.
Definitely do that.
Netflix.
We have pizza dates. So, you know, some nights we will, like, a couple weekends here and there, we'll be like, all right, let's order pizza, and then she'll, you know, order a pizza, and I'll order a pizza, and it usually gets there around the same time. And then, you know, by the time she's done, you know, feeding the dogs and doing whatever she has to do, we will watch a movie together, because I know a couple of my friends here do the same thing too with their girlfriends and stuff. Is we just like count down 1, 2, 3 and hit play at the same time on Netflix, and it works out freaking awesome. So we do that.
Shameless.
Yeah, shameless stuff like that.
Falling asleep on FaceTime when we can, because then I feel like I still sleep with you. Okay, sorry, this dog.
That's true. Well, so sometimes we did this when we first started dating too. We would fall asleep on FaceTime. It started unintentionally, and it became this thing that was intentional, right?
Yeah.
And we literally just wear headphones, make sure our phone is fully charged. Well, I guess we have iPhone 7s now, but before we could, you know, charge and listen to each other at the same time. Yeah, it's kind of weird, but we literally go to sleep at the same exact time. And you know, by the time you wake up in the morning, sometimes there's headphones everywhere all over you, and like your phone will be dead or unplugged, or your like the calls get hung up somehow. But I mean, it really does help out when you fall asleep, and you know, you could, you know, I don't know, sometimes she like props her phone up and I could watch her fall asleep. And like, this is super personal stuff. Like, it's kind of weird. It's really weird, but like, it's whatever. It's what I like, because I love you, so it just comes down to stuff like that. So I like watching you sleep.
You look so pretty sleepy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
It's creepy.
What else? She came and visit. Talk about that. Talk about how you came and visit. That helps. Sometimes with, you know, long term, like sometimes you're in freaking China, like, and you're that far away from that person. So it really comes down to what you can do. But sometimes if you can come and visit, you know, for us it was kind of regardless of how expensive it was, because I'm in training anyway, so it's not like I'm going to be blowing money, and we already have rent paid for, so we could kind of do it. But if you can go visit that person, it really does help out. It really helped me out. From like a military aspect, I can focus a lot more when I went back to class than before because you just get really washed out sometimes.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna. I was debating it only because obviously it's a lot of money. But I'm glad I did because just like going a month without you is like.
Yeah, it sucks.
And now I'm like, okay, well at least we got like we spaced it out.
Yeah.
We didn't just go like 5 months without seeing each other or whatever, or 2 months.
Okay, this is gonna be big. So we've talked about tech school and stuff, right? But what about BMT? Talk about BMT, because for me, BMT was completely different than you, and you handled it way different.
It was a little emotional.
Yeah.
It just sucked because like sometimes I would like get really lonely and like you would write me you wrote me like prior to you leaving, you wrote me like letters to read each week. You wrote me like 7 letters.
So
I think.
before I left, I wrote her 7 letters and I got her a bunch of gifts and stuff so that if I couldn't write her that week because I didn't really know what to expect at BMT, she could open it, you know, and always have something to be like, oh, okay, you know, he still loves me.
Well, yeah, but it sucked because then like Monday would come and I would read the letter and it was just like super short and it wasn't like, of course it was meaningful, but it wasn't like you in the moment and I didn't know what you were thinking or, you know, whatever. And it sucked because sometimes I would go like a week without getting a letter from you, which was devastating to me because I wrote you like 3 times a week.
Yeah.
And yeah, that sucked.
You wrote me like 3 times a day, not a freaking week.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Oh my gosh. I literally would be at BMT and at night is when they have mail call, right? So you go eat, you come back, and you start doing details and dust downs, which is when you clean all the time. And at the end of that, usually they'd be like, all right, everyone in the day room, and we all go in the day room, and then that's when they start handing out mail, and literally it would be like, Sullivan, Sullivan, Sullivan. Let me show you. I actually have all the mail that I got from BMT right here. This is literally all the letters that I got throughout all 8 weeks, and I literally would be sitting in the day room floor reading like 5 letters at a time, and everyone was like mad at me because they weren't getting letters from their wives and their freaking kids. And then here's some more sending me 3 letters a day. So, but it was awesome. They helped me a lot.
And then like it sucked because then I would seal it and be like, "Fuck, I forgot to tell him about that." And so then I just started a new letter.
Yeah.
Which that was a bad idea because stamps are really expensive. But yeah, that helped a lot actually too. While you were away, it was literally writing to you nonstop. I might have looked like a little bit of a psychopath.
It's okay.
But it helped me, like, just telling you, like, that was just the way I vented. And I never, like, filtered myself with your letters. Like, I was always pretty honest with you. Like, I fucking hate my life. Or, I shouldn't have said that word. But, like, and, like, I would just be honest. And, because, like, that's just how I felt. I was just venting.
Like, sometimes she would... Her emotions were, like, from here to here. Like, they would be like, I hate you. Why did you join the military? This was stupid. I wish I would have never said yes to this. To, like, babe, I know why you're there. Like, it's awesome that you're doing this, and I respect you so much. Like, it would go from here to here. And some days I would be like, okay, like, am I going to... Is this a Dear John? Am I going to come back and she's going to be gone? Or, you know, it was kind of crazy. But from my standpoint... Oh, yeah, and we do have children. We have our cute little dogs. So from my standpoint of BMT, what helped me the most was... Something that would have helped me the most was pictures. I don't know why I didn't bring pictures. I thought they were going to be a lot more strict on that, but everyone was getting pictures of them, of their, you know, their kids and their wives and stuff. And eventually I had, like, a picture of my wife's ID, and that kind of helped out a lot, too. But... Besides, it's a terrible picture, let me tell you. It's really bad, no offense, babe. But, like...
I was, like, 16.
Yeah. No, it's just, the freaking DMV pictures. But having pictures definitely would have helped out so much. Song lyrics, I've said this in other videos. Song lyrics, like songs that you guys would usually listen to. Getting the letters helps a lot. And also writing letters because, you know, with me, it was really hard for me to let out my emotions at BMT. And so I would just try to write it out as much as I could, but at the same time still trying not to seem like I hated my life. Like I was trying to seem like, oh, like I'm still kind of happy and I'm hanging in there and I know it's temporary type thing. So that actually did help out a lot. Writing helped out a lot. And also drawing, but if you're not an artist, then...
Oh, yeah. That's really cute.
What else did you do? you drink a lot of Cokes. She loves Coke. It's like her number one thing. Coke as in the drink, not the drug. You know what I mean? But
yeah, I would drink like 2 a day. Like I feel like that was my drug.
yeah, she freaking was like a binge Coke drinker. So. And the dogs, yeah. So okay.
Oh yeah, that was a big one. I feel like without them, I would have just been like.
Yeah, just dead. Because I mean, they keep you occupied for one, and two.
They should give you so much love. Like they give me more love than what you would give me.
Yeah.
Like they're just so nice. Like you don't argue with them.
That's true.
They don't talk back to you.
You can yell at them and they like it.
Even when you're mad at them, like they still like will come back.
Yeah, exactly.
To you. It's amazing. But no. Oh, and I started sleeping with one of them.
Yeah.
And that helped a lot.
Yeah. What else is there? Yeah, from a tech school side of things, from my aspect, FaceTiming and the FaceTime dates and stuff like that really does help. A big part of the Air Force is adapting. You have to learn how to deal with things, and you have to do it really fast. And going from BMT, and you adapt so much to so many different things in BMT, and adapting here and stuff. It's not so bad. It's not as bad as it could be because you just kind of learn to cope with it. But the FaceTiming and the stuff like that really does help out with that separation of life, because eventually you have to get to this point where it's like, okay, this is work. This is what I'm doing. I have to go to school. I have to pass all these classes and test. And then over here, you're like, all right, like, this is my wife. When I get out of class, I want to study for an hour, and then I want to spend the rest of my day just doing stuff like this. So, and it really does help out a lot. It really does. Can you think of anything else that that you do, or? Plan, goals. Plan for your future too.
Oh yeah, well we're list makers.
Yeah, we are list makers. I've been told a lot.
I don't know anyone else that like makes lists the way we make lists.
Yeah, true. We make lists for like the smallest things, because I mean, like, there's no better satisfaction than crossing off something that you're doing on a list, because you feel so much closer to your goals. And when you write down goals and you can visually see them, like, there's such a better chance of actually being like, okay, this is what we have to do, because it constantly is reminding you, like, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to get done. And it just helps out a lot. And we, like here, we've started, getting loans for cars, starting to go apartment shopping, and, you learn your base, and that's exciting. So there's just tons of stuff that you can do. And I know some people, they'll build each other care packages, and they'll send like, oh, here's a bunch of snacks, and we haven't done anything like that, but I do know people that, have done that. But we're both really picky, so it doesn't really work out. But
yeah.
I guess that's about it though. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. I love having my wife in videos. The comments sometimes they get kind of crazy, but she's like super pretty and I love staring at her. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed this. Shout out to you, Michael. It was nice, getting to know you for a little while. Maybe we'll cross paths again one day, but don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that like button. All of my social media is down below, and I think, do you want yours down below too, babe? No, yeah, you don't want to stalk her. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, and peace out.